हरिओम तत्सत। आज आप सबको देख करके हमें बहुत ही प्रसन्नता हो रही है। बहुत से जाने पहचाने लोग भी यहाँ पर उपस्थित हैं। सबको हमारा हरिओम। चूंकि इस कार्यक्रम का प्रसारण पूरे दुनिया में हो रहा है, हम अंग्रेजी में बोलें या हिंदी में बोलें?
जैसे आपकी इच्छा।
तो दोनों भाषाओं में बोलते हैं
जी।
सबसे पहले आप सबको रक्षा बंधन के इस पावन दिन शुभकामना। और रक्षा बंधन का जो दिन है वो यही दर्शाता है, यही बतलाता है कि अपने रक्षा के लिए, अपने परिवार के रक्षा के लिए, अपने समाज की रक्षा के लिए और मानवता की रक्षा के लिए हम लोगों को हर प्रकार का कदम उठाना है। और यह प्रासंगिक है कहना,
Recording in progress.
यह प्रासंगिक है कहना कि रक्षा का सबसे श्रेष्ठ उपाय आज योग विद्या और योग विज्ञान है। I am grateful to the Department of Environment, Forest of the Government of Bihar, Patna for organizing this Zoom meeting on the occasion of Raksha Bandhan. Today is a very special day. Raksha Bandhan is the time when sisters and brothers take a vow to protect each other. But at the same time, it should also be understood that the idea of protection has to reach beyond our families to our society and to the global community at large. And the best way for self-protection and self-advancement is the system of yoga. And it's on this subject that I'm going to talk about today. Due to the pandemic, which has affected everyone throughout the world, we are facing unprecedented stress and tensions. Lack of physical movement is also taking its toll on the body. And therefore, a lot of emphasis has been put these days on physical fitness and well-being. Physical fitness and well-being represent two aspects of life: to remain physically fit and to remain mentally well, emotionally well, and spiritually well. Our Guru, Sri Swami Satyaranji, always said that health in Hindi is known as swasthya. And if you translate the word swasthya, then it indicates that you are established in your own comfort zone. You are established in your own zone of well-being and health. And it has also been said that health is not merely physical, but also psychological, emotional, intellectual, spiritual, ethical, and moral both. So if we look at this complete definition of health, then definitely our body and mind play an important role in acquiring this condition of wellness in life. Today, yoga has become a household word, but at the same time, people still need to be educated about yoga. Today, when people speak of yoga, they only visualize, imagine, and identify the physical aspects to do yoga. It's not just the practice of physical postures. Rather, it is a lifestyle. It is a science of life. It is a lifestyle. And if we consider yoga to be a lifestyle, then you will discover that it allows you to balance and harmonize and rectify the imbalances and defects of our personality and nature. For attainment of health, we have to look at the whole physical body, not only as material body, but also as mental body and pranic body. Vitality and mind play an important role in attaining health. And the first focus of yoga is acquisition of health, acquiring good health. For this, let us consider the physical body, the pranic body, and the mental body. Our physical body, when there is an imbalance inside, then it goes through a change. Illness and disease come in. The meaning of the word disease means the ease of the body has been disturbed. Disturbed ease equals disease. And if we look at this concept, then ease is the natural state of the physical body. Comfort is the natural state of the physical body. And even when Sage Patanjali defines the asana practice, he says, Sthiram Sukham Asanam. Sthiram Sukham Asanam means a posture in which you are comfortable, a posture in which you are steady, a posture in which you are at complete ease with yourself. So when ease is there in the body, then there is absolute health and harmony. But if ease is not there, then the outcome is the disease, disturbed ease. And that is physical, muscular, organic, nervous, cerebral. At the same time, it is mental, psychological, emotional. Disease influences all the dimensions of human personality at the physical level. Then also at the pranic level, there is reduction of vitality, there is reduction of prana shakti. And also the mind is affected. The stress and the anxiety lead to a different mood and condition which distracts and disturbs the mind, and the harmony and peace is gone. So the first part of yoga is of asanas and pranayamas, because these two manage the physical health and the vitality of the body. There are many teachers who teach different type of practices, yoga practices to each one. But remember that it is the minimum practice of yoga with maximum benefit which we need today. Not maximum number of yoga practices for minimum benefit. And therefore, yoga defines that the human body, to maintain a general health, good health, requires only few physical movements. The body can be moved in specific manners. You can stretch the body, you can bend the body sideways, you can twist the body, you can move the body forward and backward, and you can also invert the body. These are the major movements that our body performs during the day. And now, if we add asanas to help these simple, common, normal movements, then our health will definitely take a turn for the better. And what are the asanas that help us manage our physiological conditions most effectively and constructively? Asana number 1 is the practice of Tadasana. Asana number 2 is the practice of Tiryak Tadasana. Asana number 3, the practice of Kati Chakra Asana. Asana number 4, slow practice of Surya Namaskar or sun salutation. And asana number 5, a simple asana of inversion, which allows the flow of blood towards the head. An asana like Viparit Karani Asana or Sarvang Asana. And this group of 5 asana is more than enough to give you the feeling and the experience of total health. And not more asanas need to be done. These simple practices can be performed by everyone, young, middle-aged, or old, male or female, doesn't matter, because they are very common practices, and without any danger, they can be performed by everyone. If you are already having some cardiovascular problems, then definitely you need to seek guidance from the doctors. But otherwise, these practices are more than enough to give you total and complete health. After the physical practices are performed, 2 pranayamas should be performed regularly. The first one is known as Nadi Shodhan Pranayam, or the alternate nostril breathing. You breathe in, just visualize, just imagine, even sitting on your chair, in the car, on your bed, on your sofa. You don't even have to close the eyes. If you close, so much the better. But even with eyes open, if you simply visualize or imagine that you are breathing in through one nostril, breathing out through the other nostril, breathing in through the one and out through the first, in, out, that is one round. Left in, left out. Sorry, left in, right out, right in, left out. That is one round. If you are able to practice this pranayama by increasing the length of breathing, by deepening your breath, by breathing in slowly, you will feel a lot of vitality, which is physical and psychological. Because this pranayama helps to realign the nervous system, the agitations of the nervous system, and activate the pranic flow in our system. And the second practice of pranayama is known as Bhramari Pranayama. And it is a very simple one, but a very effective technique. In order to practice Bhramari Pranayam, you just have to plug your ears, the flap of the ear. Oops, wrong side. The flap of the ear. If you simply press the flap of the ear in to reduce the outer sounds from coming in, take a deep breath in, close your eyes, and while breathing out, you are humming. That is one full exhalation. Then again breathing in, again humming while breathing out. And you do this for about 10 rounds. And this particular pranayam practice has been found to increase the production of nitric oxide inside the nasal passage by 15 times. Today, researchers and scientists are saying that the body produces natural nitric oxide with inhalation and with exhalation. But when you practice this Bhramari Pranayam, the output of nitric oxide increases 15-fold. And this nitric oxide has been found to help manage the effects of corona in much better manner. So, Nadi Shodhan and Bhramari Pranayam, along with the 5 asanas, are a must to keep a healthy body, to maintain the vitality of the body, and to maintain calmness of the nervous system and the mind. After the practice of pranayam, move into the practice of long shavasana, relaxation. And relaxation is important because relaxation is not sleep. We think that when we sleep, we relax. Yes, the body relaxes when you sleep. Body is not moving. It is not active. But mind remains active even when you sleep. So many times when you wake up in the morning, you feel that you have not slept. You continue to feel exhausted and tired. Yoga says conscious relaxation is the best manner to achieve total relaxation of the body, the muscular, the nervous, the organical, the cerebral relaxation is experienced when you practice shavasana. And shavasana is a practice which is very simple. You simply have to lie down on your back, on your bed, or on the floor, with feet apart, arms beside the body, with palms open, fingers relaxed. Close your eyes and simply surrender the whole body to the floor. After some time, you surrender the body to the floor and you feel that your body is relaxing. Become aware of the natural breath. Observe the breath. Feel the movement in the abdominal region. When you inhale, see the expansion of the navel. See the rise of navel. And when you exhale, see the navel come down. So with breath, the navel goes up. With exhalation, navel comes down. The breath has to be slow and deep, slow and deep, slow and deep. And practice this for about 5 minutes. Just the expansion and relaxation of the whole body, breathing in and breathing out. As you inhale and the body expands, feel the body to be like a balloon getting filled with air. And as you exhale, the body relaxes. And feel the relaxation of the body. More and more every time you breathe out. And this is a very simple practice of Shavasana. And the fourth practice is of concentration. To be able to focus, to be able to concentrate and become still mentally for some time is very much needed today. The attention span of people has reduced drastically, and they are unable to focus, they are unable to concentrate. Especially the young kids are unable to concentrate and focus at the time of their studies due to distractions and dissipations. And therefore, a simple practice of concentration becomes necessary for adults and for children, for householders and housewives both. And how to practice this concentration? Simple. The simplest method of concentration is the practice of Ajpa Japa. Ajpa Japa is observing the flow of breath between navel and the eyebrow center. Just imagine that a tube moves from eyebrow center down to navel. And when you breathe in, see the air rise up this tube from navel to eyebrow center. And when you breathe out, see the air move down this plastic tube from eyebrow center down to navel. Slow and long breathing. And at the same time, as you breathe in, mentally say the mantra So, S-O. And when you breathe out, mentally say the mantra Hum, H-A-M. So, while inhaling, hum while exhaling. So, while inhaling, hum while exhaling. And practice this for 5 minutes. And this simple practice of concentration, breath awareness and mantra will help you focus your awareness and maintain the level of attention for longer period of time. And if we are able to incorporate these 5 asanas, 2 pranayams, 1 practice of long shavasana, and 5 minutes of Ajpa Jap sadhana, then definitely you will notice a big change in your physical and psychological health and well-being. After this practice of asana, pranayam, shavasana, and Ajpa Jap, which is for maintenance of health and well-being, physical and psychological, now we come to mental dimension. The mental stress and anxiety, the feeling of insecurities and psychological fears are taking the toll on human mind. There is a lot of anxiety and irritation. There is a lot of phobia and worry. What will happen tomorrow? How do we manage this condition of mind? The best way to manage this condition of mind is by cultivating the quality of being happy. And believe me, if you can smile for 12 hours during the day, during your waking period of time, you will avoid a lot of stresses and anxieties. And smiling is the antidote to anxiety. Smiling is antidote to frustration, and smiling is also antidote to depression. And therefore, smile. The art of smiling in yoga is known as manah prasad. Manah prasad means gift of the mind or gift to the mind, however you want to say it. Gift for the mind, gift to the mind. Manah prasad. And this indicates a positive and optimistic perception of future. You see, today we are not so optimistic about what can happen tomorrow. And pessimism because of anxiety and suffering. One has to cultivate optimism in life. One has to cultivate hope in life. One has to cultivate positivity in life. Optimism, hope, and positivity can be attained if you learn to extend the moment of laughter and smiling from few seconds to few minutes, from few minutes to few hours, from few hours to the whole day. And this is what I call Niranjan challenge as well. I challenge you to be happy. And I expect and hope that all of you will take up my challenge. Remember the moment of happiness when you forgot everything, all the anxiety and tension and frustrations of life. You are just happy, joyous, and bubbling, feeling free. And again, it is time to reconnect with that happy and joyous self. Happiness can always be expressed through a smile. But happiness can also become a condition of the mind in which you are free from the stressors. You are free from the challenges that inhibit and restrict the creative performance of the body and the senses and the creative expressions of the mind and emotions. So just the act of being happy is a very important thing in life. You may not understand it today or realize it today. But do make the effort to be happy and to smile. And then the third thing is harmony in family, harmony in our community, harmony in our society, and harmony in nation. And this harmony can be achieved if you are able to develop an understanding of the correctness and the present circumstances. And with that understanding, you are able to adjust and adapt to that environment. Loss of harmony is there when we are not able to adjust and adapt with our environment or with other person as well. Why do we get in strife with other beings? Why do we get into fight? Why do we get into frustrations and angers and rejections? We are unable to maintain our own harmonious nature. The way to maintain the harmonious nature is the practice of yoga in the morning, learning to smile, and also incorporating kartavya parayanta. Kartavya parayanta is always ready to perform one's duties and obligations. always on the move to fulfill and accomplish your obligations. And this has to help you to achieve what Karma Yoga. What is Karma Yoga? The word karma is a very common word. Karma means action. Karma means performance. And we are all performing our karma from the time we take birth till our last breath. Our senses are performing karmas. Our mind is performing karma. The life is performing karma. But when we add the word yoga to karma, then karma takes a different meaning altogether. Harmony in karma. And how do you attain harmony in karma? The correctness of karma, the correctness of action, and being performed without any expectation, but as fulfillment of your obligation and duty, leads to enhanced awareness. And according to Sri Krishna, this enhanced awareness while performing the karma leads to inner purification, Atma Shuddhi. When people come to ashram, they are not used to clean their room, clean their plates, clean their clothes, because outside everything is being done for them. But in ashram, they come and clean their room. They clean their clothes. They clean their breakfast and lunch and dinner plates and mugs and glasses. They maintain cleanliness of the ashram. And when they go back from here, this culture goes back with them. And those people who were lazy to even put their teacup in kitchen or lazy to even make their own bed after waking up are now able to take responsibility for their life and their well-being. And that is Karma Yoga. People ask me, Swamiji, don't you ever get tired from doing the things that you do all the time? I said, no, I don't get tired. Because for me, every day is the new beginning. What I lived yesterday is not carried forward today. If I have to clean my room today, I will do it as if I'm doing it for the very first time in my life and try to do it in the most excellent manner possible. So, for me, my Karma Yoga begins every day. It's a new beginning. It is not a continuation of something which I had been doing for a long time. No. And that is the attitude of a Karma Yogi. Engage and involve yourself with your whole creativity and accomplish what you set out to do with clarity of mind, without any expectation of the outcome, but with the intention to express your excellence, Purnata, Paripakvata. And that is the real Karma Yoga. Even in office, when you are sitting, finish your job before you get up from the table. At home, you are working. Finish your job before you take up something different. And when you complete one job, be happy that you have done to the best of your ability, expressed your entire creativity and efficiency in performing that particular job. And be happy about it and rest happily at night. So Karma Yoga becomes an important aspect of creating harmony in our family, in our home, in our community. And another aspect of karma yoga is always try to extend a helping hand to people who need that helping hand. You are not only living for yourself. That is not the Indian vision. Indian vision is you live for the upliftment of the entire community. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. You are part of that entire global community. And your obligation is the upliftment of the total community. Be ready to give a helping hand to those in need. And that will also be your contribution for the betterment of your neighborhood and your society. And in this manner, if we are able to live the simple components of karma yoga in our day-to-day life, it will be a very big achievement. Second thing, incorporate some Gyan yoga too in your life. People think of Gyan yoga as questioning, who am I? I don't subscribe to that belief or philosophy. Even if I think, who am I? And answer myself, I am Brahman, how does that help me at all? In my daily life, it does not help me in any manner. So my understanding of Gyan yoga is not an abstract inquiry of who am I am Brahman. No. My Gyan yoga is knowing oneself, my own limitations, my own strengths, and how I can manage my limitations and build upon my strength. That is my Gyan yoga. And for this practice of Gyan yoga, do one thing. Take 4 pages, 4 sheets of paper. On one sheet, over a period of 1 week, not instantly, but over a period of 1 week, think again, then write, then think again and write, then think again and write. Over a period of 1 week, identify what your weaknesses are, what your shortcomings are, what your limitations are. Think about them again, cross them out, add a new one. And in 1 week, you'll have a complete list of the shortcomings and weaknesses and limitations that you experience in your life, in your profession, in your own management of your own psychology and family. Similarly, make a list on separate sheet of all your strengths, abilities, qualities. Third, make another list of your ambitions and needs, ambitions only. And fourth, make a list of all your needs for the self, for the family, and everything that is required. So you will end up with 4 lists. 1 of shortcomings, 2nd of strengths and abilities, 3rd of ambitions and desires, 4th of the needs for which you need to be active right now. And for me, that is the beginning of my Gyan yoga. The moment I'm able to understand what my limitations are, what restricts me, I can begin to work on them, to modify them, to correct them, and to convert my weakness into a positive strength and quality. I look at the list of strengths and see that this strength can balance this weakness. So focus on that strength to cultivate it more and more to balance the other weakness. I look at the list of ambitions and develop a priority. Okay, this is my ambition, but I'll achieve this. I will work for it when I have the time, after 1 month, after 6 months, after 1 year, after 10 years. Today, I need to focus on the needs, which are my own, which is of my family, which is of my community. And bring in the component of Gyan Yoga in this manner to cultivate your own clarity and wisdom, awareness of the right and the wrong. And the most important contribution of Gyan Yoga is not knowing who I am. You know Duryodhana. He said once, Janami dharmam nachame pravrittehi. I know what is right. I know what is correct. I know what is just, but I have not gravitated or inclined or attracted towards it. Janami adharmam nachame nivrittehi. I know what is incorrect. I know what is improper. I know what is unjust, but I cannot liberate myself from that. So when we practice Gyan Yoga, we identify with the dharma. When we practice Gyan Yoga, we express the dharma. And that is the main focus of Gyan Yoga. Not to question who am I, because you'll never get an answer to that, and you'll never be able to experience that answer. You see, there are two aspects of life. One is experience, and the other is expression. You can experience something nice, but can you express that in the same manner, in the same spirit? So experience and expression, they support each other. I have the experience, but I cannot express it, indicates that it is not a complete experience. In yoga, whether it be karma yoga, whether it be Gyan Yoga, whether it be Hatha Yoga or Raja Yoga, first you have to experience it. And then you have to express that in your thought, in your behavior, and in your performance. And therefore, rather than thinking of yoga as an abstract subject, something to deal with self-realization or God awareness, it is time that we begin understanding our own body, our own mind, our own nature, our own behavior, our own thoughts, and improve on them, build on them. And that will be our yoga. And another aspect for harmonious life is the aspect of Bhakti Yoga as well. For harmonious life, we are looking into the components of Karma Yoga, Gyan Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga in a practical manner which we can apply today to live these principles of yoga. And Bhakti Yoga is something which indicates purity of intention, purity of thought, purity in behavior, purity in performance. There are many paths of bhakti. Mantra is one path. Devotion, worship is another path. Aradhana, upasana is another path. Kirtan, bhajan is another path. And meditation also becomes another path. Because in meditation, you are able to connect with the pure sentiments of your life. And if you can cultivate those pure sentiments, then bhakti becomes effulgent. And what are the pure sentiments? To develop the pure sentiment. first instruction is daya, compassion. To develop sympathy, to develop compassion and kindness, to develop generosity. This is daya. Second is daman, restraint. Restraint of the wild running senses and mind, which happens with the practice of yoga. All the yogas, when I speak of yoga, I'm not just meaning asana, as people think nowadays. But I speak of yoga, I mean the entire science of yoga, the subject of yoga. And Bhakti yoga, in its practical form, is expression of compassion, kindness, and love towards other beings. Bhakti, as taught by my Guru, is not devotion to God, but awareness of that divine existence in every being. The spirit that is in you. After all, you are able to experience your body because it is material. You are able to experience your mind because of thoughts and desires, expectations and fears, insecurities. But are we able to experience our own spirit? The experience of spirit happens when you are able to connect with the soft and the positive qualities of life. Love is an expression of spirit. Compassion is an expression of spirit. Just as frustration is an expression of mind. Tension is an expression of mind. Pain is an expression of body. In the same way, love, compassion, kindness, they are the expressions of spirit. And it is this love which is awakened in Bhakti Yoga through the cultivation of Atma Bhav, as my Guruji instructed and guided. Ability to see oneself in others. If you are able to see that divine spark in others, then you will always be willing to help the other person, no matter in what the dire situation they may be in. You know, Sant Eknath, one of the great poet saints of India, took water from Gangotri and walked to Rameshwaram to offer it to the Shivlinga there. But just as he was about to enter the Rameshwaram temple, outside he sees a donkey dying of thirst. Sant Eknath smiles and says to God, "You know how to take pariksha, exams of your devotees. I had come with water to give you in the temple, but you are demanding water in the garb of a donkey outside the temple, and it is my honor to give you this water." And he gave the water, Ganges water, to donkey to drink and to quench his thirst. If it was you or me in his place, we would not even look at the donkey. We would straight away go into the temple and pour the water on top of the shivling. But a person who has realized this Atma Bhav sees that divine spark in animal, in birds, in insects, in humans, everywhere. And the seva is to satisfy that divinity, the spirit within. And therefore, my Guru Shri Swami Satyananda says that bhakti is expression of love during service. Nothing more than that. And if you can express your love during service, then that is bhakti. So, for harmony, the family harmony, the social harmony, we need to think about the aspects and the theories of Raj Yoga, Karma Yoga, Gyan Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga, and apply them. For mental happiness, relaxation, Raj Yoga is important. Concentration, Raj Yoga is important. And as the outcome of the Raj Yoga, practice Mana Prasad is the result, the fruit of perfection. And for the physical body's health, asanas, pranayamas, relaxation, and concentration techniques are enough. If we can incorporate these principles of yoga in our life, we will see an increase in our performance, in our productivity, in our output, in our health, well-being, peace, and level of happiness. This time, when the humanity is facing this pandemic, it becomes more important for us to become responsible for our own health and well-being. And yoga definitely provides us with a way to achieve this. And therefore, it is my humble request to all of you to give yoga a chance in your life and always smile. Hari Om Tat Sat. अब बोलिए क्या
चलता हूँ एक योगा पर डिस्कोर्स चल रहा था, भाषण बड़ा अच्छा, अभी भी
स्वामी जी
सुन रहे थे उसी में।
शिवरूपानंदा from Chennai.
हाँ शिवरूपानंद जी, हरिओम, कैसे हैं आप? बहुत लोग जाने पहचाने दिख रहे हैं, सबको हमारा हरिओम। और बहुत नए चेहरे भी हैं। हम आशा करते हैं कि आप सब इस सत्संग से कुछ लाभ प्राप्त किए हैं और योग को अपने जीवन का एक अनिवार्य अंग बनाने का प्रयत्न अवश्य करेंगे। और साथ ही साथ आपको हम निमंत्रित करते हैं अपने biharyoga.net में जाकर जो कार्यक्रमों का संचालन डिजिटल मीडिया के थ्रू हो रहा है उसको देखें और उसमें भी हम लोगों के साथ शामिल हो जाएं। तो ये आप सबको एक निमंत्रण है। biharyoga.net और दूसरा वेबसाइट है satyamyogprasad.net। इन दोनों में जाकर के योग के जो कार्यक्रम हो रहे हैं, योग की जो शिक्षाएं चल रही हैं ऑनलाइन, उसमें भी आप शामिल हो सकते हैं। और इस प्रकार एक सकारात्मक जीवन का निर्माण हम लोग करें, जिससे हमारे परिवार को, हमारे समाज को और मानवता को फायदा होगा और सभी का उत्थान होगा। इसी कामना के साथ हरि ओम तत्सत।